Hey everyone, it's Liz Miller and this is my assignment for week 2. Um, let's see, first off, what did we do for our project? Well, we followed a set of instructions in the assignment. I just followed them step by step. The first part was to add things in this section here after view did load. So I made a comment and said assignment 2 starts here, and the first thing was to create two constant ints named first num and second num, and there they are. And I added a second set for testing one of the later problems. Instead of changing these numbers, I actually had another set of constants to work with, so I didn't have to change the numbers. So I just followed along. One thing I got stuck on, there was an instruction that said write all functions in class scope. When I tried to do that right here, class function add, I kept getting an error that says class methods may only be declared on a type. I tried several different ways to do this, but I could not make it work. And in testing, it seemed that everything worked okay to me. So I'm not sure if that's an old direction, a misdirection, or if I just totally missed something. But I tried it. I left it in here to show that I tried it, but it didn't work for me. Going on, over here, we created another file, more functions, or according to the rubric, it should have been more methods. I hope that's not a deduction because the rubric and the instructions online do not match. But here we were supposed to create a compare function that returned a Boolean value and then create a concatenation that returned a string. So here are these two functions that I created over here in a separate file, and back over here in view controller, here's my sum. One of the things we were supposed to do is from this add function, save the result, and I saved it here as the variable called sum. And when I print line that, this is the answer that I get down here. The sum of the numbers is 95, which is true. Compare. Compare first and second num, which are 33 and 62. They are not equal, and therefore the Boolean is false. And I actually did it for a second set of numbers, the third and fourth nums, which are 26 and 26, which returns they are equal, which means the Boolean is true. And here's my lovely little string concatenation. I'm calling the function that is in the other file. Two parts of a phrase. It is almost is part one, second part is fall season, and when I print line the function, it adds in the space here in between almost and fall, which was what was in the directions. And I added another line here, assignment 2 ends. So I think I followed the instructions correctly. I did add just a couple extra line spaces in certain places just so it's not just one big block of text. So hopefully Ray Wenderlich is not I don't know, spinning in his grave even though he's not dead yet, but hopefully that is acceptable for this assignment. Explain how you used function separation to logically separate your application flow. I think I did that, but I'll do it again. Over here I have a file that I created, more functions, and in it I put two functions. The variables that fill in and complete these functions aren't here. These are just the working guts of the function. And over here in view controller, I have some constants here that are getting pulled into these different functions on the other page. So the function lives elsewhere, but it will return a value here on this page. So that is the logically separated, I can't talk, function separation to logically separate your application flow. A few things that could use more clarification. Well, I think I already mentioned them. This whole class function, write all function in class scope, that didn't work for me, and I guess I'm not clear if I did something incorrect or if the instructions are incorrect. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that the instructions are incorrect, but in testing everything worked for me. So again, that part wasn't clear. And the other thing, there was a discrepancy between the instructions and the rubric. This file that we were supposed to create, in the online instructions it says more functions, and in the rubric it says more methods. So hopefully that won't be a deduction for anybody this time around, since it's inconsistent. What do I think I could have done better? I could have written myself a little script so I didn't keep repeating myself here. I actually think this is all pretty good. I would love feedback if it's not okay. I don't know. I feel like I did my best, and I think my best is pretty good. So I don't think there's anything I could have done better. So that's it for me for week 2. Thanks for watching.